Man.
You know what I'm saying? Just in other news, man, rapper Eminem, legendary rapper, he released a deluxe version of his album Music to Be Murdered, Side B. And he talked about a lot of people, oh God. One of the people in particular is our man Snoop Dogg on the track Zeus. Now, we were asking ourselves, what the fuck is wrong with Snoop Dogg and Eminem? We didn't know they had beef. We didn't hear Snoop Dogg ever say anything bad about Eminem, but it's not what he said, it's what he didn't say. And he left him out of his top 10. Oh God, I forgot what show or where he was talking, but I remember him dropping his top 10 lyricists of all time, and obviously Eminem wasn't on it. We've talked about Eminem a lot on this show, and the conversations came up where he falls within top 5, top 10, and a lot of people have some great debate. Well, Eminem responded to that, and he said this: as far as squash and beef, I'm used to people knocking me, but just not in my camp. I'm diplomatic because I'm trying to be. Last thing I need is Snoop Dogg in me. Man, dog, you was like a god to me. Man, not really. I had dog backwards. Slight jabs, low jabs. Oh God, does Eminem have a right to feel slighted by Snoop Dogg not putting him in his top 10?
Kind of. I mean, when you look at the history, you know, of Eminem with Dre and the West Coast artists, you would think that, you know, that's a give me, even probably even the top 5, you know what I mean, forget top 10. You would think that, you know, Snoop Dogg will show him that gratitude. But again, you know, I could see it from Snoop's side. He's like, yo, my favorites are my favorites. And we had our argument as well. Yeah. While we would probably may not put him in our top, I don't know if it was 10 or 20 at that point, but probably from top 10 is because of his gaps. Yeah, he's a great artist, one of the best rappers, you know what I mean, that we ever listened to, makes great songs and all that, but them gaps, it's like, if you start comparing all of that, because it's like criteria, you know what I mean? It ain't just who can rap the fastest, who got so many records. It's not. It's an accumulation of everything. And when you put those gaps in there, I'm like, I don't know. Even this album, I'm like, I was listening to it earlier. I'm like, it ain't really hitting me like that. I just got to be real with it. But I love Eminem. Great motivation music, always. You know what I mean? Lose yourself in a moment, but not my top 10.
See, he's in my top 10. Even though the last couple of albums I haven't been impressed with. I heard 2-3 minutes of Zeus. You know what I'm saying? That's not a lie. I heard Zeus maybe 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
I haven't heard any of the albums, so I'll reserve my right to get my opinion on Monday's show to see what we feel on the next time we talk about that.
You think it's gonna be hot though? Honestly, like, do you think that Eminem's album is hot in 2020?
You know, you say that like a lot of our artists can't be hot, but they can, and this is why I may be really disappointed if it's not, because you've seen a Busta, you've seen a Busta Rhymes, what the fuck he did. Now, Busta Rhymes didn't put out 3 or 4 albums like an Eminem did in between that album. Right. You know what I mean? He took some time off, and when you heard him, it was like, holy shit. He ain't trying to be somebody else. He ain't trying to conform to today's sound. He's going to do Busta's thing. He's going to give you all kind of flows, all kind of variety, and he's just going to hit with the fucking real music, and that's what we appreciated. Eminem, from what I heard in Zeus, even the flows and stuff, Eminem can always do his thing, but I heard a lot of today's sound. I don't want to hear that from him. I want to hear
that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to hear that from him. I want to hear him. So off of that song, I'm not going to judge. I think that he is in his right to go ahead and throw jabs at Snoop, but I think Snoop's well within his fucking right not to put whoever he don't want in his top 10 in his top 10. I don't think that he has to show love in that necessarily, but I think you look at these rappers and like athletes, and when you start talking about an Eminem who's always kind of felt slighted within hip hop because he's always felt like maybe he was a guest. I'm speaking on what I see. I don't know personally.
Is he?
Is he a guest in hip hop at this point? I think that he's made a way and sat his ass down in hip hop. I think
but he was a guest.
Yeah, he knows it for a very long time. He had to earn them stripes and earn them rights. Like we've had to go and bust our asses to get into major league. Negro leagues just started getting acknowledged to go ahead and get major league numbers. What we had to do to just be recognized, period.
Right.
I think it was well within our right to have somebody that wasn't in the culture call themselves a guest until earned and called different. And I think that when he had some of the pioneers in hip hop saying he was one of the greatest, he earned his right in hip hop. Yeah. And he still remains respectful because he doesn't overstep his boundaries in certain things. People may say he does, but I don't really see it. So I think M is one of the greatest of all time. But I think that he just thinks about and overthinks about what people say. And I will, like you said, we love to have him on here to just have a real respectful conversation, but just ask him why does it seem like the people influence the music as opposed to you influencing the music and your life influencing the music? We used to hear about shit in his life and all that good stuff. And I'm not saying we didn't now, but now it seems to be about more of what people are saying and you responding to shit.
You hit the nail on the head.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where we just can't relate to we missed that part of him.
Man, you hit the nail on the head. That's why I can't, you know, when I'm telling you to listen to the album, like you ain't gonna get like how Busta was able to bring that, you know what I mean, early 90s, 2000, and kind of mesh it with now. I'm not getting that with Eminem. You getting Eminem doing with Eminem. You want to hear, you know, about your Kim, you know what I mean, Haley, what happened with her, you know, your mama, like what's going on with that, you know, whatever struggles you've been through. We want to hear about that. It can't be all that peachy for you. You know what I mean? So I just, that like you said, the conforming is what, you know, I think, you know, knocks him off the radar for me. But if he's not in my top 10, he's like my 12, 13. He ain't far off that. Yeah. But it's just so many great rappers. But when you put him in the booth with anybody, I like my chances with him.
Yeah.
That's real. Almost anybody, I love my chances with him.
Yeah,
but
he's a beast.
Yeah.
Absolute animal. I think he just has to stop caring so much about what people are thinking and just be that Eminem that we all knew and loved back in the day. I don't know if he can do that now. He may be just too influenced because the last couple of albums we've been having that struggle. But nonetheless, man, his respect is given over here at the podcast. Salute to Snoop.
You think Snoop is firing at him?
Maybe.
A meme or a song?
oh, you talking about?
Yeah.
No, you know, I think Snoop may take the high road. I see Snoop getting on IG Live and responding to the situation and not going at Eminem in a bad way, but kind of just either backpedaling and putting him in his top 10 or putting him close to it and giving his reason why. I think that's where Snoop at in his life. He ain't getting old 90s Death Row Snoop. He getting some grandpa Snoop.
Yeah, so what about if you could put a versus battle together with Eminem, who do you think would be a good battle with him? If you could like grab somebody, all right, this would be a good battle if Eminem went against this person.
Kanye. I think that'd be fucking ridiculous. See what I'm saying?
Man, yeah, M got some shit.
He got some shit.
But so do Yeezy, son.
I know. Kanye, Drake. I'd put him in there with him.
What?
Put him in there.
I don't know if anybody else with Drake at this point.
Jay-Z,
I would see Jay-Z and Drake.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. You know, yeah, we would all have to be in the building though, because today's age will flood that motherfucker and be Drake all day. They ain't ready to see that old hole, that Reasonable Doubt hole.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z probably got like at least 150 songs as bangers.
He probably got 150 songs in a hard drive waiting too.
Yeah.
You know he can record whatever the fuck he want.
Yeah.
I want to see M with some heavy hitters. I like to see M against Wheezy.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
How about Nas?
Yep. I love to see him against Nas. I like to see M, even though I don't think it'll ever happen, M versus like a Ja or a 50. I think he'd eat Ja respectfully, even though Ja had hits and he
definitely eating 50 then, if he eating Ja.
I still like to see that shit.
Ja versus 50.
50. I just like 50 more,
I got Ja.
I liked 50
Ja,
more.
Ja.
And that's no disrespect to Ja. I liked, back in the day, I liked 50 more. I just did.
I didn't. I did not like 50 back in the day.
See, I did. So
you know what I mean?
I think it'd be a good one. I think if they could pull their differences out, which they never could, it's not even as serious and deep as
50
let me not say that.
Not 50 Ja, 50 Ross. That'd be like a Jeezy what you calling battle? Jeezy Gucci joint.
50 ain't got enough records for Ross.
Ooh.
I love 50. 50 ain't got enough records for Ross. Ross got fucking records. Ross got records. He can go and dig into the crate for a long time, and them things is knocking.
50 got something though.
50 got bangers.
Yeah.
And a lot of his beef shit was dope. A lot of the mixtapes was dope. But he'd have to bring those out. But when you throw on bangers, I don't know. I think Ross might get it.
You know, Ross will go to the Jay-Z portfolio. Got like 10 Jay-Z songs.
You know what I'm saying?
Killing this shit.
He got plenty of people. He got, man.
That's dope.
I would love to see some of these though. The way Jeezy and Gucci was done. I like that. I like the suspense of that. I didn't want to see anything happen, but you know the sense of something really going down could even just I needed that. That's what verses kind of needed.
Yeah, you need that.
That's what verses needed.
Yeah.
And that's why I broke records. So you need those artists in there that didn't necessarily fuck with each other all the way through. You ain't have to have the guns popping and people's lives being in danger, but I want to see Jada and Beans get in the ring. I want to see, you know what I'm saying, 50 and Sheik get in the ring. I want to see or Lloyd Banks and Sheik get in the ring. I want to see.
He downgraded that quick.
What did you say?
He downgraded that quick to Sheik.
You know what I mean? Like, whoa, nah, hold on. But yeah, I mean,
shout out to Sheik.
Nah, hell yeah, but just put them against different artists. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Put these motherfuckers against different artists. Yeah. But just see people that we used to see beefing and joking back in the day, man, getting in the ring.
Definitely, you know man. Definitely. Yeah, we think about Rowdy Rebel though, man. I see Victor's hit him up, our publicist, trying to get an interview, but I think about him getting out a couple days ago.
He happy than motherfucker. I ain't gonna hate on him. He came out smiling, got the jewelry on in the booth, getting bread.
Yeah,
living life, man. That's how we should be. They stayed down for each other. They rolled for each other. If I'm not mistaken, oh God, that's the brother that our man Bobby Smurdy is currently doing time for still. He took more on his sentence so he can reduce his. So, hey man, if you in that lifestyle and that's what you out there doing, that's the loyalty you expect.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's out here smiling. I'm sure Bobby's in there smiling because he's gonna be home soon and be the fucking same way.
Yeah,
I can't wait, man.
A little extra time you got to do, whatever. I mean, if you're doing an element of the crime, you got to be prepared to do the element of the time.
Yeah,
don't be ratting on people and shit like that. You did it. It's just like you put your hand on that stove. You got to deal with the repercussions of the burns and shit. So now.